Hello बच्चों, welcome to the session of Spectrum Academy. This is online session regarding the motion in straight line for 11th standard. In last session, we have studied the displacement, distance, velocity, speed and acceleration. We have studied the difference among them. Now in this session, we will study and we will solve some important and interesting examples, that's nothing but the numericals on this topic. So this is the session number 4. So we will start with the first numerical of the topic regarding the displacement and the distance. In last lecture we have studied distance. It is nothing but the actual path length between the starting position and the final position. Means अगर एक पार्टिकल हमारे पास है, उस पार्टिकल ने एग्जैक्टली इन टाइम टी में कितना पाथ लेंथ कवर किया है उसे हम कहते हैं डिस्टेंस. देन व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय द डिस्प्लेसमेंट? द डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज नथिंग बट the shortest distance between the initial point and the final point. So displacement depends only on the position of initial motion and the final motion. So in this example we have asked about the athlete. An athlete completes one round of the circular track of radius r in 40 seconds. Means athlete, he is covering the circumference of circle in 14 seconds. यानी इस मोशन का पीरियड यानी एक रिवॉल्यूशन कंप्लीट करने के लिए उस एथलीट को कितना टाइम लग रहा है? 40 सेकंड लग रहा है. रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कुलर ट्रैक इज गिवन एज r. नाउ वी हैव आस्क्ड व्हाट विल बी हिज डिस्प्लेसमेंट at the end of 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So the total time is given 2 minutes 20 seconds. Means 2 into 60 seconds plus 20 seconds. That means this is 120 plus 20. That means 140 seconds. Means the athlete is covering entire circular track in 40 seconds. So in this time, in 140 seconds, वो कितना डिस्टेंस कवर कर रहा है? मींस इन 40 सेकंड वो डिस्टेंस कवर कर रहा है 2 pi r, which is nothing but the circumference, right? In next 40 सेकंड अगर वो पार्टिकल पॉइंट A इधर है, now see, this is the point A. The particle, the athlete is at point A in initial time. That means at time t equals to 0. So after completing one revolution, वो कहां पर आ जाता है? फिर से यही आ जाएगा. So in 40 second वो पार्टिकल फिर से यही आ जाएगा. In next 40 second again the particle comes at that point. Okay, so 40. So we can split it 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 20. अगर वो एथलीट एक राउंड कंप्लीट सर्कमफरेंस करने के लिए 40 सेकंड ले रहा है, देन इन 20 सेकंड वो हाफ ऑफ द सर्कल कवर कर सकता है, राइट? सो इन फर्स्ट 40 सेकंड ही इज कवरिंग एंटायर सर्कुलर ट्रैक. इन नेक्स्ट 14 सेकंड अगेन वो एथलीट यहां से फिर जाकर यहां आ जाएगा. इन 40 नेक्स्ट 40 सेकंड अगेन वो यहां से फिर यहां पर आ जाएगा. इन नेक्स्ट 20 सेकंड वो एथलीट यहां से यहां तक पॉइंट बी यहां तक ही जाएगा, क्योंकि उसके पास टाइम कितना है? सिर्फ 20 सेकंड. अगर उसे नेक्स्ट 20 सेकंड मिलते हैं तो वो पॉइंट बी से फिर पॉइंट ए तक जा सकता है, राइट? सो अब ये इनिशियल पॉइंट था एथलीट का, पॉइंट ए, and this is the final point of athlete, point B. So we have asked the displacement at the end of 20 minute 20 second. अब हमने देखा कि after 20 minute 20 second the athlete is at point B. So starting position है point A, ending position है point B. So we have asked the displacement. Displacement क्या होती है? Displacement is nothing but the shortest distance between initial point and the final point. Shortest distance क्या होती है? Just the straight line joining the two points is nothing but the shortest distance. So point A यहाँ पर है, point B यहाँ पर है. Shortest distance means straight line. So ये हो जाता है diameter of the circular track. If the radius is r, then this distance is also r. So total diameter is 2r, and that's what nothing but the displacement. So the final answer of this question, the displacement of the athlete in time 2 minutes 20 seconds is nothing but 2r. ये हमारा फाइनल आंसर आ जाता है. So displacement आ जाती है 2r. So yes, so displacement is 2r. अगर इस क्वेश्चन में हमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट के साथ साथ अगर डिस्टेंस पूछा जाता है तो क्या होगा? So the total time is 140 seconds. We have split it in 3, 40, 40, 40 and plus 20 seconds. In 40 सेकंड में वो डिस्टेंस कवर कर रहा है 2 पाई आर एक सर्कमफरेंस. इन नेक्स्ट 40 सेकंड अगेन 2 पाई आर इतना डिस्टेंस कवर हो रहा है. इन नेक्स्ट 40 सेकंड अगेन 2 पाई आर इतना डिस्टेंस कवर हो रहा है. एंड इन नेक्स्ट 20 सेकंड डिस्टेंस कवर हो रहा है सिर्फ पाई आर, हाफ ऑफ द सर्कमफरेंस. Okay, so this is point A, point B. In last 20 seconds, particle सिर्फ A से B तक जा रहा है. So half of the circumference, that means pi r. So total distance कितना कवर कर रहा है? Distance means actual path covering. So this is 2 pi r, 2 pi r, 2 pi r. This is 6 pi r plus pi r. That is nothing but 7 pi r. अगर हमें इस क्वेश्चन में डिस्टेंस पूछा जाता है तो डिस्टेंस आएगा 7 पाई r, लेकिन डिस्प्लेसमेंट आती है जस्ट ओनली 2r, where r is the radius of the circular track. So moving ahead, the next question in the series is a body. We have given a body moves 6 meter north. अगर ये मेरा कोऑर्डिनेट एक्सिस है, सो x axis, this is x axis, this is y axis, and this is nothing but z axis. So this is the three dimensional figure. Minus z axis, x axis in this direction minus x axis, in the downward direction minus y axis, upward direction plus y axis. A body moves 6 meter north. अब वो जो बॉडी है वो 6 मीटर जा रही है इन नॉर्थ साइड. देन 8 मीटर ईस्ट साइड 8 मीटर जा रही है टुवर्ड्स ईस्ट, एंड 10 मीटर वर्टिकली अपवर्ड्स. सो 10 मीटर वर्टिकली अपवर्ड्स. व्हाट इज इट्स रिजल्टेंट डिस्प्लेसमेंट फ्रॉम द इनिशियल पोजीशन? अगर मैं कंसीडर कर रहा हूं मेरी बॉडी एट टाइम t इक्वल्स टू 0 पर या ओरिजिन पर थी, यानी इनिशियल पॉइंट आ जाता है ओरिजिन. अब मैं कहने वाला हूं कि अगर ये ईस्ट जो पोजीशन है वो इधर है अलोंग एक्स एक्सिस ईस्ट, नॉर्थ अलोंग माइनस जेड एक्सिस, एंड दिस इज प्लस वाई एक्सिस मींस वर्टिकली अपवर्ड, राइट? सो you know this is north, east, this is west, and this is south. So this is nothing but a two dimensional figure. So two dimension means x axis and z axis we are thinking about. So this is x axis along which we have taken the earth, the east. Then this is minus z axis, we have taken the north. This is plus z axis south, then in minus x axis west. Okay, so again this is x, y, and this is z. So this is minus z. So north, east, and this is vertically upward. So 6 meter in north, 8 meter in east, and 10 meter along पॉजिटिव y एक्सिस, वर्टिकली अपवर्ड्स। सो अब हम इस पॉइंट का यानी इस बॉडी का एक पोजीशन वेक्टर लिख सकते हैं, यानी आफ्टर सम टाइम द पोजीशन वेक्टर, इनिशियल पॉइंट यहां ओरिजिन, हमारी बॉडी इनिशियल एट द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द मोशन ओरिजिन पर थी, राइट। आफ्टर सम मोशन इट गोज दिस मच थिंग्स, 6 मीटर नॉर्थ, 8 मीटर ईस्ट, 10 मीटर वाई। अब ये जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट हमें पूछी है, अब ये डिस्प्लेसमेंट हम इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वेक्टर लिख सकते हैं, राइट। सो वेक्टर द डिस्प्लेसमेंट, so 6 meter north, 6 meter north, north यानी minus z axis. So what is the position vector, what is the unit vector which defines the direction of minus z axis? That is nothing but minus k cap. So 8 meter in minus k direction. Then sorry, 6 meter. So yes equals to 6 meter in minus k direction. After that 8 meter in each direction, 8 meter in positive x axis means 8. What is the unit vector of positive x axis? That is nothing but I cap. 10 meter in y direction means vertical upward. So plus 10. What is the unit vector of y direction? That is nothing but j cap. So the displacement is given by S bar equals to 8I plus 10J minus 6K. It is nothing but the displacement of the body or particle from its initial position, that's nothing but the origin. Now we have asked the resultant displacement, यानी हमें इस डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड पूछा गया है, एंड इन वेक्टर एनालिसिस you have studied how to find the magnitude of the given vector. So the required displacement, this is the displacement in vector form. Now what is its magnitude? So displacement in magnitude equals to S equals to under root of 8 square plus 10 square plus minus 6 square. So this is 100, 8 square 64, 6 square 36. So 100 plus 100, that is 200. So we can write S equals to 2 into 100. That means S equals to 10 under root of 2 meter. So this is the final answer. So the displacement of the body from the starting point, that means the origin, is nothing but S equals to 10 under root of 2 meter. So if you have given such examples of the north direction, east direction, west direction, south direction, then the best way to solve these examples, just simply draw coordinate axis. In that coordinate axis, label which is east direction, which is not a north direction, and by using the vector analysis tool, we can draw or we can write the displacement in vector form. After that, we can find its magnitude. That's very simple. Moving ahead, the next question. Okay. Now, this question refers to the speed, velocity, displacement, these three things. So the question is, a wheel of radius 1 meter rolls forward half a revolution on a horizontal ground. यानी मेरे पास एक horizontal ground है, इनिशियल एक व्हील है, उसकी रेडियस है 1 मीटर. Now this wheel rolls forward half a revolution. It is just completing half a revolution. यानी अगर मेरे पास पॉइंट ए इधर है, आफ्टर हाफ रिवोल्यूशन पॉइंट ए कहां पर आ जाना चाहिए? हाफ रिवोल्यूशन के बाद पॉइंट ए ऊपर आ जाएगा, यानी पॉइंट ए यहां पर है। इनिशियली पॉइंट ए इधर था, at the final motion the point A is on the top of the wheel. So the magnitude of the displacement of the point of the wheel initially in contact with the ground is, अब ये पॉइंट कांटेक्ट में है ग्राउंड के साथ, आफ्टर हाफ रिवोल्यूशन पॉइंट ए कहां चले जाने वाला है, ऊपर चले जाने वाला है। और हमें बताया गया है व्हील कवरिंग हाफ अ रिवोल्यूशन, यानी व्हील की मोशन ऐसी है कि वो जस्ट हाफ रिवोल्यूशन कंप्लीट कर पा रहा है। यानी अगर इसका अगर इसकी रेडियस आर है तो सरकमफरेंस आता है, सरकमफरेंस equals to 2 pi r equals to radius is 1 meter, so 2 pi into 1, that means the circumference is 2 pi. Half a revolution in half a revolution distance यानी half a revolution means half that of the circumference, यानी only just pi r equals to pi into r is 1 meter, so distance is pi. So we have given the initially the wheel is at this position, after half revolution wheel क्या कुछ distance cover करने वाला है, उसके साथ जो पॉइंट A है वो ऊपर की ओर जा रहा है, यानी this distance from this point to this point, this distance is given as half revolution वाला distance, यानी this is nothing but pi r equals to just only pi because r equals to 1 meter. Now we have asked the displacement of point A. Displacement means the shortest distance between initial and final point. Initial point A at the ground, this is the initial point of the motion. Final point A at the top after the covering half revolution by the wheel. So just join these 2 points. So the line joining these 2 points is nothing but the displacement. अगर उस displacement को मैं x consider करता हूं, then we have to find the value of x. Now how to find? Now the distance from the topmost point A from the ground is nothing but r plus r, that means 2r, that means nothing but the diameter of the sphere. So अगर radius 1 meter है, that diameter is 2 meter, twice of the radius. So now we know this side, that is nothing but pi, we know this 2, then by using the Pythagoras theorem we can find the displacement x. So by using the Pythagoras theorem in this right angle triangle we can get x square equals to, this is 2 square plus pi square. So x equals to under root of 2 square 4, pi square is pi square, so x equals to under root of 4 plus pi square. So this is the final answer for the displacement of the particle which is at position A with the ground, and after half revolution it is going upwards at this point. So the displacement of point A is nothing but x equals to under root of pi square plus 4 meter, because all the quantities are given in the SI unit of meter. So this is 1 meter. So the answer should be in the SI unit meter. So the displacement of the particle is nothing but under root of pi square plus 4 meter. So moving ahead with the next question. This one is the interesting question about the speed and distance. We know that the speed equals to distance upon time. So we have asked about the car. A car moves for half of its time. यानी अगर मैं कंसीडर कर लूं कि कार की मोशन t टाइम में हो रही है, so the total time required for the motion of the car is t. Now we have given that a car moves for half of its time, यानी t by 2 इतने टाइम में, अगर टाइम मुझे 1 आवर लग रहा है तो इन हाफ ऑफ इट्स टाइम यानी इन 30 मिनट्स. सो अगर मैं टाइम t कंसीडर कर रहा हूं it is the time required for entire motion of the car. Then in half of its time means in t by 2 at speed, वेलोसिटी हमें दी है यानी स्पीड दिया है, सो v1 इक्वल्स टू 8 किलोमीटर पर आवर एंड फॉर रेस्ट हाफ ऑफ इट्स टाइम यानी नेक्स्ट हाफ of its time the car is traveling with v2 equals to 40 kilometer per hour. The total distance covered is 60 kilometer. So we have given the total distance, yes total is given as 60 kilometer. Then what is the average speed of the car? We have asked about the average speed. Now so V average equals to total distance covered by total time. We have seen this. So total distance covered by total time. So total distance अगर in time t by 2 with speed v1 अगर वो distance s1 cover कर रहा है और in time t by 2 with speed v2 वो डिस्टेंस s2 कवर कर रहा है, then total distance will be s1 plus s2 and the total time will be t1 plus t2. So t1 is nothing but this, the time with speed v1. t2 is nothing but this, the time with speed v2. So t1 t2 हमें पता है क्या है, t by 2 plus t by 2. Now what is s1? So we know that the speed equals to distance upon time. So distance equals to speed upon time. So that we know that s1 equals to v1 upon t1 and s2 equals to v2 upon t2. Is it right? So speed equals to distance upon time. So distance equals to velocity into time. So distance equals to velocity into time. So s1 equals to v1 t1 and s2 equals to v2 t2. So put the values. So s1 equals to v1 t1 plus s2 equals to v2 t2. So v1 is 80 km per hour and t1 is t by 2. v2 is 40 km per hour and t2 is t by 2. So putting the values, so v average equals to v1 into t1. v1 is 80 into t1 means t by 2 plus v2 is 40 km per hour, that means 40 into t2 is t by 2 again upon t by 2 plus t by 2, it is the total time interval t. Then 80 divided by 2 is 40t plus 20t upon t, then 60 t upon t, tt get cancelled. So the average speed of the car is 60 km per hour because the v1 and v2 are given in kilometer per hour. So the unit for the final average speed, that means the magnitude of the velocity, average speed is 60 km per hour. So the resultant average speed of the car is nothing but 60 km per hour. So what I have done here, so we know that the V average equals to the total distance upon total time. Suppose in first half of the time, that means in t1 equals to t by 2, the distance covered is s1, and in the next session, that means in the next time, the next half time, t2 equals to t by 2, the distance covered is s2, so the total distance is s1 plus s2 upon total time is t1 plus t2. So the total distance is s1 plus s2. But we know that the speed equals to distance upon time. So from this equation, distance equals to speed into time. So s equals to v into t. So s1 equals to v1 into t1. s2 equals to v2 into t2. So put the values. s1 equals to v1 into t1 plus s2 equals to v2 into t2 upon t1 plus t2. So t1 is t by 2, t2 is t by 2. So t by 2 upon t by 2. So t by 2 plus t by 2 is the t. Then v1 is 80, t1 t by 2 plus v2 is 40, t2 t by 2. Then t by 2 plus t by 2 is t. This is 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. So 40t plus 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4 plus 20t upon t. So 40t plus 20t is 60t. So 60t upon t, tt get cancelled. So the final average speed of the car is 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर. अब इस एग्जाम्पल में, इस न्यूमेरिकल में आप लोगों को जैसे यहां पर स्पीड दिया था v1 एंड v2, अब वो स्पीड नहीं दे सकते. यहां पर क्या चेंजेस कर सकते हैं, वो s1 एंड s2 आपको बता देंगे, t1 एंड t2 आपको बता देंगे. तो फाइनल वैल्यूज कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा. So like v average equals to s1 plus s2 upon t1 plus t2. So we have to put the values of s1, we have to put the values of s2 and then t1 and t2. अगर हमें v1 पता है तो हम डायरेक्टली s1 equals to v into t में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. अगर मुझे टाइम ही दे रखा नहीं है, that means we have just given only distance and the speed. अगर मुझे दिया है, अगर इस एग्जांपल में मुझे t1 एंड t2 पता ही नहीं है, सपोज मुझे सिर्फ पता है s1 कितना है, s2 कितना है, उसके साथ s1 v1 इतने स्पीड के साथ था, s2 v2 इतने स्पीड के साथ था. दैट मींस these are the distance and v1 v2 are the speed. We don't know about the time. Then what will be the v average? Now v average is total distance, means s1 plus s2 upon total time t1 plus t2. Now we know about the s1 and s2, but we don't know t1 t2. So how to find t1 t2? Again, the speed equals to distance upon time, so that the time equals to distance upon speed. So t1 equals to s1 upon v1 and t2 equals to s2 upon v2. Putting the values here, so s1 plus s2, so upon t1 is s1 upon v1, s1 upon v1 plus s2 upon v2. So this is the final formula for the v average if we don't know about the timings. So if we know the timings, then we can find directly. If we don't know the timings, then we can convert the timings in distance and speed format. So that's all about the numericals. In the next session, we will take more and more numericals about the velocity and acceleration. So practice at home these numericals. Thank you.